All right, are we ready? All right, well, welcome. This is a day that we have been waiting for a while. People who grew up in families with means oftentimes had parents or other help paying for college tuition, for their training or whatever it could be. And those families provide their children an enormous advantage the rest of their lives. But there are a lot of other families where the young people are very talented, very smart, very hardworking, didn't have that same advantage. And what we are looking to do with Skills for Life is to say to our residents, because you live in the city of Detroit, the city is going to be there for you, for your education, for your skills, to put you in a situation where you can make a good living, buy a house, have a family, stay in our city. And of course, when you prosper, we hope you'll add on to your house in Detroit and not move somewhere else. And so we've got $75 million committed, thanks to President Biden and Governor Whitmer. And the American Rescue Plan, Detroit City Council, was terrific in supporting this. And here's how the program works. We're going to do two things at once. We are going to clean blight from the city, and we are going to raise the skills of our residents. And it's going to work like this. We are going to hire right now 300 people at $15 an hour who can clean alleys, cut parks, tear down rotten fences, remove blight from the city. $15 an hour job right now with the city, except you only have to go to the job site 3 days a week. The other 2 days a week, you can be paid $15 an hour to get your education or your skills. If you do not have a high school degree, we'll pay you to get your classes and get that certification. Because, of course, what we want to do is create career paths. We've got 5,000 jobs at the Jeep plant, 2,000 more jobs at the General Motors electric vehicle plants. Those jobs start out at $40,000 with benefits, but you can't get interviewed if you don't have a high school degree. So if that's what you're interested, we'll do that. You've got your degree, but you want to get skills to get a much better paying job, whether you want to run construction equipment, whether you want to be somebody who goes up in the buckets and trims the trees for DTE, whether you want to be a nurse assistant at a hospital, whether you want culinary classes because someday you want to open your own restaurant. Whatever your particular vision is, our intention is this: to pay you 3 days a week to show up at the job site, and the other 2 days a week to attend those education or certification classes. So that at the end of the time, just like kids from, in our case they aren't all kids, but just like kids from families who had means, you're going to have an education that's going to set you up for life. And so yes, we're going to spend $75 million over the next 3 years. We're going to get a lot of blight removed. We're also going to change the career of, by the time we're done, more than 2,000 families in this city. So if you are sitting there today thinking to myself, I'm not making $15 an hour right now, or maybe I am making $15 an hour, but I don't have any prospect to raise that standard of pay, go to our website, which is DetroitAtWork.com. Go to DetroitAtWork.com today. You'll get the information. You can get started, and we are going to hire 300 Detroiters in the coming months right now to start on a new life. And you're going to get a chance to hear from the first couple individuals where we started with a pilot program, and they're going to talk to you about how it worked for them. So at this point, I'm going to turn it over to our leader, the woman who has built the Detroit at Work network across the city and is running the Skills for Life program, Nicole Sherard-Freeman.
Thank you, Mayor, and thank you to our partners at Detroit Training Center, where we are today, for your partnership in this work. I lead economic development and Detroit at Work for the city of Detroit. And I want to follow up on a couple things that the mayor says. The first thing is, one of the projects that we think you've heard most about with the city of Detroit and Detroit at Work is the work we did to get 4,100 Detroiters into jobs at the Stellantis plant over on the east side of Detroit. And we learned a lot from that work, because beyond the 4,100 Detroiters who are working there are another 25,000 Detroiters who were interested and who still want to work. And of those 25,000, there were several hundred who fell out of the process for the reason the mayor just said. They didn't have a high school diploma or a GED, or they had other barriers that we are helping them remove. And that's a problem that the city aims to fix through this program. Beyond the 30,000 folks who were interested in Stellantis, we've got another 30,000 Detroiters in our Detroit at Work database who don't want to do the kind of work that happens at Stellantis. They want to do the kind of work that happens with my partner here, Brad Dick, who leads the General Services Division. But as the mayor said, they don't have the credentials they need. They don't have the skills. They don't have a high school diploma. They don't have a GED. Or they've got those, but they don't have a CDLA certificate, like the kind of certificate you can get here at Detroit Training Center. What we're going to do is fix all of that through Skills for Life. So as the mayor said, Detroiters who are in Skills for Life program will work 3 days a week, go to school 2 days a week, and the typical problems that so many Detroiters face, so no way to have their kids taken care of if they go to school after work, no way to, get transportation from work to another site and then get to pick up their kids. Like all of those barriers we intend to address through Skills for Life, and we're going to pay Detroiters while they're upgrading their skills. So you're going to hear from my partner, Brad Dick, in this work, because we're going to start with the work that's happening in the General Services Division. And you're going to get to hear about the type of heavy equipment, and as the mayor said, the kind of blight you're going to get to remove. Like, you'll get to hear the difference that your work is going to make that will be visible to you really quickly in the city. But there is so much more that we could do together if this works. So there is so much funding and so many opportunities in the city of Detroit, from fixing houses in our home repair program, Renew Detroit, through the infrastructure upgrades that we need to make in the water department. Like, there is lots of opportunity, and Detroit, you have the talent. So you've got the talent, we've got the opportunity, and we're going to help you put those two things together. So Brad, if you want to come up and talk about the two folks on your team, I'm going to repeat what the mayor said. When Brad's done, and when you hear from the two Detroiters whose lives this program has changed, we hope that you are excited. We hope you get your friends and your family excited. And then we want you to go to DetroitAtWork.com and click on the Skills for Life banner. Or we want you to call 313-962-WORK. That's 313-962-9675. And we're going to get you signed up to help make your future even better than your past. Brad?
Thank you. Isn't she great? I always admire Nicole a lot. I love watching her and talking to her and listening to her. And I always say if I was half as smart as her, I'd be a genius. So anyway, I love this board. I didn't notice until I was sitting there, but this sums up what we're doing, this board. Learning how to operate chainsaws to remove blight. Learning how to operate heavy equipment. Andrew, you know how to run this. Alicia, you're learning how to run this. The big trucks here, learning how to run equipment like this to clear out. These are what clears out blight and removes blight. And I think it's a skilled job that you have to have licenses for. So my name is Brad Dick. I'm the group executive of services and infrastructure for the city. And I have been doing blight removal for many years. And fortunately, with Mayor Duggan on board, we have kicked that up and added money to the pot, and we're able to do a lot more work now. We've hired a lot of people over the years, and I've seen lots of successes, and I've seen failures. And some of the failures mostly come from not the person themselves, it's the barriers that are put on them in life, the constraints. Classes are expensive. It's hard to get from your family to get a GED. Transportation is expensive, cars, getting to the buses. Imagine childcare. One of my employees told me she pays $500 a week for good childcare for 2 kids. Just do the math, $15 an hour, it still doesn't quite make it work for you. So you have to go beyond that. You have to get into the middle class. And these jobs are going to help us get our folks into the middle class. And I'm really proud of the fact that we're doing that the next 3 to 4 years. and moving our folks along. But what I'd like to do next is talk about what the outcomes are going to be. When this program is done, we will have 7,000 alleys cleaned. We'll have cleaner parks, 5,000 trees maintained and lifted up, and over 1,500 abandoned buildings cleaned out and painted. And that takes a lot of work. And that's physical labor, that's equipment, and that's training. And today we're going to introduce you to Andrew and Alicia. We're going to talk about what they've learned at the city and how they are working to improve their lives. So, Andrew? Or Alicia, first? Okay, Alicia's first. Alicia Hines-Jones.
Thank you and good afternoon. My name is Alicia Hines-Jones, ELISHAHINES-Jones. I'm a resident of the city of Detroit. I went to elementary, public school, and high school, and also college in the city of Detroit. I love Detroit. I started working for the city of Detroit out of a random thing. I came to work for another volunteer thing, and I wind up at the city of Detroit. My mom had Alzheimer's, and as a family, I had to make a decision to keep on working or take care of my family. And my decision was to take care of my family. So that took about 5 years, and she's passed on, and I promised her that I would go back to work and gain those 5 years back. So I came back to work in 2020, and I started working at TCF at the State Fair. The State Fair, and then I winded up at TCF downtown, and then the city of Detroit. And I learned to get to the alley cleanup, where being at the alley cleanup, I learned a bunch of skills. And those skills were, my next move in the company was I could be a foreman. I was excited about that. Then it says you can go to truck driving school. So someone came over and they introduced us to the program and says, if you want to sign up for truck driving and Skills for Life program, feel free to do so. I signed up and I said, well, you know what? I don't see myself driving an 18-wheeler, but I'm going to try. So I told my family, I said, I'm going to drive an 18-wheeler plus one. They said, what's a plus one? I said, me driving a truck. So here I am today in the Skills for Life program. I have my CDL permit. I am in class right now. I am driving. I am learning different skills. I'm ready for heavy-duty machinery or whatever comes next, because this is an excellent program. If I can do it, you can do it too. There's no age barrier. There's no other barriers for you to do. It's just sign up for the program and be a part of it. It's free for you if you want to learn new skills. And this skill can take you to the next level, to a next job opportunity within the city, because I want you to stay here. I need your tax dollars, because I'm going to retire one day, and I need you to give me some tax dollars so I have money to take care of myself and my family. I'd like to thank the mayor. I'd like to thank the staff. I'd like to thank the city of Detroit residents for opening their arms to me as I work in my work every day. I meet different people, and they're always complimenting the employees for doing such great work with alley cleanup, demolition, board up cleanup. We encounter a lot of people during the day, and to hear people say good things about the city of Detroit and its employees and the skills that we have, and sometimes, going out of our way to do extra things for them, makes me feel really good that I come to work every day to do this job. So if you're interested in the program, you should sign up right away and get your skill levels moved up so you can make the money that you say you want so badly. It's here waiting for you. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Andrew Jones. Nice seeing you all today. I appreciate this. She kind of moved me, so I started in 2017 with the first Blight program. Brad was there, and they gave me an opportunity. I took advantage of it. I worked every day. I was on time. And then that's when they came to me and asked me, did I want my CDLs and do I want to get certified on certain equipment and things of that nature. And I said, yeah, and I did it, I completed it. And once I got my skills that they gave me, the CDLs and things of that nature, I stayed on with the city. And I went from boarding up houses to now I'm a construction equipment operator. I do backhoe, the skid steer, bulldozer, excavator, you know, various things. And I just want to basically just show my gratitude. You know, I thank the mayor because I remember when this program started, and I want to thank Brad and everybody that helped me along the way and gave me advice, you know. And I just want to, I really love what you all are doing for the city because like she said, you know, it's people that want to learn and grow, but it's certain barriers and things and obstacles that's there that can be knocked down, and y'all doing that, and I just appreciate it. And I hope other people come aboard, and I'm a team player, and I'm gonna stay here and keep working with you all and helping and doing what I can to be that example for those that's looking for a better way or to make themselves marketable in today's society. And I just want to thank you all. I really do. Good job. Thank you.
I think we have the full profiles on Alicia and Andrew. They were somewhat modest. What they've done, Andrew has picked up an associate's degree, is on his way to his bachelor's, as well as those certifications. And I don't want to sugarcoat this. We're creating the opportunity, but the hard work is done by Alicia and by Andrew. They're the ones that had to show up every day. They are the ones that had to have the courage to try something new. I'm not sure a few years back the idea of running heavy construction equipment probably was not something that was in their minds. But we have a whole range of career tracks that maybe you get a chance to get exposed to and say, hey, I'd be good at that. And hey, I can support my family at a whole different level long after the Skills for Life program is over. So congratulations to the two of you. Well, hopefully you will very shortly have 300 friends that you'll be a mentor to. And with that, we'll take any questions. Go ahead.
Mayor, I'm just wondering if we talked a little bit about Renew Detroit, and I'm just wondering how that effort is going.
Which one is Renew Detroit? Oh, the roofs. So Heather will be here. That's not this program, but they've got their applications in. They're going to have them set up in order in January, and then the final list out in February. So we'll have 1,000 homeowners who will be the ones who are qualified that basically lived in the city the longest, and then we'll be out next year putting the roofs on.
Sure. And for this program, the $75 million, does that need to be approved by City Council?
That was already approved by City Council last June. So the city of Detroit is way ahead of the American Rescue Plan of anybody else. The roofing program is moving forward. This is the second major program after the roofing program funded by the Biden administration and the governor, and there'll be several others. But these were our first big two, and sooner we get folks back to work, the better. Anything else? Thank you all very much for being here.